Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carolyn and I am a twin mama, so I've got two babies running around and I just want to share with you how to have productivity as a mama and all the productivity hacks that I could possibly think of because my life has to be extremely efficient and organized. So let's get to it. I'm gonna take my hair down because fun life is mom life, but I'll let my hair down for you guys. Okay. Being a mom of twins, I absolutely have to focus on being as productive as I can. Even in my former life, when I was working professionally before becoming a mom, I was one of those people who's busy all the time. And if you're like me, you can totally relate. You like to get things done and be efficient, but it's just not the same with kids. There's a whole lot of different ways that you have to learn to do things and how to be productive and manage your time a little bit differently when you're caring for a little one, or in my case, two little ones. My first tip is to have a schedule. So if you know a general idea of when your kids are going to nap, if they are still napping, or if they're just going to have downtime, if they're in that toddler age where they just have a little bit of quiet time to themselves in their room, then this is the time for you to get everything done that you need to as quickly as possible, because this is kind of like my power hour to clean the house. So I clean the kitchen, I clean the living room, and when you are cleaning areas that have a lot of toys or a lot of messes, I have a bulk area where I put all of my toys into a giant bin, and it's really important to have something like that you can put them in very quickly. It just helps with being efficient when you're cleaning and having a place for everything, because if there's not a place for things to go, it's a lot harder to clean. Furthermore, if your kids are a little bit bigger and they're at the point where they can help you clean, then it's also nice that they know where things go, like putting all the toys in a specific bin or basket. Then they know exactly how to do that and where to put things. And with those toys, another little mom hack that I've learned is to rotate through the toys that they're playing with. So maybe weekly, take all the toys and maybe just give them half of those toys to play with, and then the next week give them the other half. It'll feel like something new each time so that they get more excited and it keeps their attention span a little bit longer. Keep them entertained while you can get a few more things done around the house. My next tip is meal prepping. So this includes all the way from writing down your plan for what you want to eat the next week to ordering the groceries for those items. I will say ordering groceries online is my new best friend. If you are still going to the grocery store, it should just be for something minor that maybe you forgot. But if you're doing a whole order for the whole week, believe me, it saves so much time to just order everything online. Not only do you not have to pack up the whole fam to go to the grocery store and worry about germs and all that, but additionally, you don't have to worry about shopping and seeing something that you don't need and buying it anyways because you're hungry or your kid's hungry. Don't go to the grocery store hungry. That's a whole nother tip. But with that said, buy all the things that you need for your meal plan and then make sure that you know exactly when you're gonna make those meals. It'll help you feel a little bit more organized, knowing what you're going to make each day. And if you need to give yourself a break, you don't necessarily have to cook every single day. You can also make things in advance. So if you have the time, or if you can set out a little bit of time, let's say on Sunday evenings, we do this sometimes, we set out that time for my husband to help out watching the kids while I do a whole bunch of meal prep for the week, and then we have some boxed lunches that he can take to work and that I can just microwave real quick to help us get through some meals that I don't have to prepare every single time. Also, making a large dish that you can cut into small pieces like lasagna for dinner, that is nice because you can get a couple of dinners out of that, or even something like a breakfast casserole. It's actually a really good idea. We did this recently and it was so good. I will link one of the recipes below. But this was really helpful, especially when our babies were really little and we were going through that newborn stage where we were up every night and we didn't have any energy in the morning to make breakfast. And I need breakfast to function. Like, I'm totally one of those people. I was just able to make a shake. That was like all I could do. But on the days when I wanted like a really good gourmet breakfast or something like that, we could just pull out the breakfast casserole, slice a piece off and eat it. And that kept us going for a good few days as well, which is really nice. You can even make meals and put them in the freezer and then pop them out whenever you're ready. That is also a super easy way to be efficient and to also not have food go bad if you know that you're not going to eat it right away. My next tip is on time management, to have time for yourself, because mama needs time too. But it's not always easy finding time for yourself. If you can, and I absolutely recommend this, do the hardest thing first in the day. Like if you want to work out, do not save it for the evening. You don't want to do it in the evening. Believe me, you will be tired and your motivation level is much lower. If you can get up before your kids in the morning, I don't know. I can't do the 5 a.m. thing. Some people can do that. I can do the 6 a.m. thing. That works for me. So find a time that works for you. Get up and work out, even if it's only 20 minutes. For me, I'm one of those people that I physically need to like go to a gym to do it. I need to have the peer pressure of seeing people and seeing other people work out who are going to motivate me to work out. So I go to a cycle class, and my cycle class starts early in the morning, luckily, so I can get up at 6, go straight there, do my workout, come home. The girls are usually waking up while I'm gone, but luckily my husband will wake them up, help them eat breakfast, and then he'll basically switch me and he'll run to work as I'm getting home, and then I watch the girls as soon as they go down for their nap. On those days, I do hop in the shower real quick before I do my cleaning power hour that I do when they are sleeping. And you don't have to use that time in the morning to work out like me. You could also use it for business. If you are running your own business or if you work from home, you can use that time early in the morning to get those hot items done that need to get done during the day, because if you do it first thing in the morning, then you know for sure it's going to get done that day. You don't have to worry about, will I have time? Or I'll do it when the kids are napping, or I'll do it in the evening when your spouse is home or something like that. You don't have to worry about that. Just get it done first thing, and then it's off your chest, and you will feel a weight lifted off your shoulders, and you won't have to worry about it for the rest of the day, which is very nice. So accomplishing the hard tasks first, very effective. This next task is one that I've been doing for a really long time, even before I became a mom. Honestly, it's just one of those things that should be a staple in everybody's life. And this is making your to-do list the night before. Do a super brain dump, write down all the things that you could need to do the next day. And if you can, write it down on a pad of paper, not on your phone. I often do it on my phone or my iPad, which I know isn't great because you're looking at your phone before bed, which you really shouldn't be looking at your phone for the hour right before you go to bed, because it wakes you up a little bit more and it makes it harder for you to sleep because of the light, blah, blah, blah. Something I'm working on. But if you can, write it down on an actual pad of paper, or you can even keep a dry erase marker and little dry erase board next to your bed and write it down on there as well. These are things that you just know that you need to do the next day that you don't want to forget. And for me personally, my mind tends to wander when I finally let myself relax. So when I'm ready to go to bed, that's when I start thinking of all the things I need to do the next day and all my creative ideas. Heck, I even think of new ideas that I want to share with you guys on YouTube. So I'm writing down YouTube video ideas and all these things right before I go to bed. But the best thing is, if you think of it, you have a place to write it down right next to you, and then you can let yourself go to sleep. And you could do this daily, you could do this weekly, monthly, it's totally up to you. It's just one of those things that helps you get everything done and not let anything slip through the cracks. And you can do it either on a master running list, or I also use something called Airtable. It's an app that you can use to prioritize all the tasks and even list them out by what stage you're on. I used this in my professional life, and guess what? I can use it in my personal life too. It's amazing that you can prioritize things in that way and leave whatever notes that you want to do on the app. But again, the only problem with this is that you're on your phone, and it's best not to be on your phone for the hour before you're trying to go to sleep. With that said, that's my next tip, is set a social media timer for yourself. If you're the kind of person who likes to be on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whatever it is, these are things that you should probably limit yourself to, because you also want to spend time with your family and time getting all the things done that you need to get done. If you're like me, all of my business tasks are usually on my phone, and so it's important for me to remember that I want to spend the time that I need to with my family. Time blocking is really good for this. If there's a task that you know that you need to do that involves social media, if it's part of your business, then time block it. This way, you will have a set amount of time that you can be on social media to do that post and to engage with your followers and things like that. But once it's up, you are done and you can cut your time and move on to the next task, and you won't be sitting on there just scrolling and reading all the things as we sometimes do. It's easy to get distracted when we're on there. But if you have that time frame set already, then you know exactly what you're there to do. You can get on, do your post, and then move on. Also, along with your master running list or your brain dump that you're doing each evening, make sure that you're being realistic with yourself. Don't make a list that you know is impossible of accomplishing. If you want to accomplish it in the next day, you don't want to set yourself up for failure. So what I do is I make a list of all the things that I possibly need to do, and then I kind of categorize it. I set it up by day, by week, by month, even by year. So if you can actually give yourself realistic deadlines for when these things need to get done, that will help you put them into bite-sized pieces that won't overwhelm you, and will give you realistic expectations for when you want to accomplish those goals. While we're talking about bedtime routine and getting ready and doing a brain dump, I also want to suggest putting your clothes out the night before. This will help you, especially if you're getting up early to go work out or something like that where you don't want to wake up the whole house while you're getting ready. Just simply put out the clothes that you want to get dressed in and then pick them up first thing in the morning, get ready, and head out the door. Super easy and very nice. You can even pack your purse or your diaper bag the day before. This will help if you need to be somewhere at a certain time. Even with the kids, believe me, it'll help. The only thing that I can't put in the diaper bag when I'm getting ready to go the night before is food for the kids and things like that. So the next day, if I do have something that I need to bring with me, I put it in a container that's ready to go and I can just pop it out of the fridge and put it in. If you think that you're gonna forget things like that, put a sticky note on the top of your bag. Say, don't forget food, something like that, so that everything's ready to go except for the last little thing that you need to grab from the fridge, and then you won't forget it and you'll be ready to head out the door. Furthermore, every time that I do head out the door, I go through a little mental checklist to make sure that I have everything. I ask myself, phone, wallet, keys, diapers, toys, food, bottles, wipes. I basically go through that whole thing in my head to make sure that I have everything, and if I do, then I'm like, okay, good to go. And my next tip is going to be all about focusing on you and your well-being. So it's really important to not get too overwhelmed with all the things that we need to do, because it's really easy to feel that as a mama. But if you can also work with yourself on visualizing and staying positive and giving yourself affirmations, remind yourself that you are a boss mama and that you're doing a great job. And this will help, believe me, if you can do it either in the evening or in the morning, whenever it is, put it on your schedule, even if it's only 2 minutes. I know there are so many people out there who are like, in the perfect morning routine, I meditate and I work out and then I do my goals. And this is great. If you have time for that, that's amazing. I commend you and that's so cool. But as a mom, we really don't have time for that. So put literally 2 minutes aside if you can. 2 minutes, like set a timer. It could be while I'm multitasking, honestly, because multitasking is also our friend as mamas, but it could be while you're doing your hair in the morning or while you're doing your makeup or even in the shower, just simply giving yourself affirmations, telling yourself that you are amazing and being a visualizer. So if you can visualize your goals, that really helps me to stay on track and to remember what my priorities are. Like for me, one of my major goals in life is a house for my family. We're still renting a small apartment and we're a family of 4. And I always dreamed that I would have a big house for my family, but that's just not in the stars right now. So I keep visualizing and that helps me to keep working hard to get closer and closer to that goal. And additionally, staying positive. Like I said, tell yourself you're a boss. Tell yourself you've got this, because as mamas, it's easy to feel like we don't got this, I know sometimes I feel that way. And if you do too, definitely comment below if you can relate. But it's so important to realize that we've all been there and it's okay. You totally are okay to take a minute for yourself to remind yourself that it's okay. Take a deep breath. Seriously, if you're watching this, do it with me right now. Didn't that feel good? That felt so good. So remember to focus on you and to be positive. If you're playing with your kids, listen to positive music while you're doing it. This will also help put you in a good mindset. It'll probably make your kids feel happy and bubbly too. Like do a dance, do things that let out positive energy. You want those positive endorphins to come out as much as humanly possible throughout the day. Believe it or not, these endorphins will make you feel better, make you feel more efficient, make you feel like you can be more productive, and even just the little things will feel more easy and accomplishable. Another little hack is when you're walking from one room to the other, take something with you. If there's a dirty dish in the living room, but you're going to the kitchen to get water, bring the dirty dish with you. Just always be bringing something back and forth whenever you go from any room to another room of the house. These little tasks will help you to pick up the house as you're moving around, so that there's a little bit less that you have to do when you're doing your power hour cleaning. And I'm just going to touch on this one more time, making sure that you have a schedule. This was the most effective thing for me in my productivity as a mom. Just simply having a schedule that I know that I can expect every day. And it really helped once my baby started having a regular sleep schedule and regular napping schedule. I would say this didn't start until my babies were probably about 3 months old. They started sleeping through the night at 11 weeks old, which is a godsend. That was the most amazing thing that I was seriously praying, and it was so cool that it happened like right after I paid for it, which was really cool. God does amazing things. But with that said, if you can have a regular schedule and be able to expect that you're gonna get this done when they're napping, you're gonna get this done when they're awake, and before they wake up for the morning, you're gonna do these things. I mean, if you can have those set schedule, then this will help you. The other really important thing for yourself and even mental health and sleep quality is to set a bedtime for yourself, not just for the kids, for you, and honor that bedtime. Because if you set it for yourself and then you don't do it, you're just telling yourself that the thing that you told yourself you're gonna do, you're not doing, and then you're not being accountable, which does not make you feel good inside. So all I'm saying is, if you tell yourself that you're gonna go to bed at 9 and you're gonna maybe make your brain dump list in bed, and then you're gonna be asleep by 9:30, do that. Do your brain dump, put out your clothes, lay down, breathe, relax, do your visualizing thing, whatever you gotta do for even a minute if you just have 1 minute, and then let yourself go to sleep. Let yourself turn your brain off. It is so hard, but if you can do that brain dump, then you get it all out. You don't have to be laying there still thinking of ideas. You've got it all written down. It's gonna get done. It's gonna be okay. Let yourself go to bed, because if you can do that and set a time when you for sure are gonna go to sleep, then you will sleep better, and you will also have a probably longer sleep, and you'll wake up feeling more energetic and more rejuvenated. This is like probably the biggest problem with becoming a mom, is not feeling rejuvenated in the morning, because well, we go through this whole phase where our kids are waking up at night, and this can last a long time. I mean, this still sometimes happens for us, not very often, but when it does, I mean, we wake up and we're like zombies. So if you can just focus real hard on, even when your kids do wake up at night, get up, do the thing that you need to do, and then go right back to bed. Don't stay there and be on your phone. I know there are a million things that you could be doing on your phone and even work or whatever, but just don't. It's nighttime. Let it be your nighttime. Have that for you. Okay, a couple more little hacks that you can just do on a daily basis. Laundry, do it while you are multitasking. This is something that could be going in the background all the time, which is really nice. The only thing that you gotta do is fold the laundry afterwards, or hang it if it's something that needs to be hung. But if you can just set it in a time block where you know this is part of your cleaning power hour or something like that, then you can get it done then. Dishes, you can also do this during the nighttime. So if the dishwasher is mostly full, then I just pop the thing in and let it run overnight, so that first thing in the morning, we know that that's just part of our morning routine, is cleaning out the dishwasher so that we can have fresh dishes. And it's just, again, it's super easy. It's part of our little power hour clean that we do in the evening, or power 10-minute cleaning that we do in the evening, to just basically clean up the house so that you can start fresh the next day. And this is usually something that I do right after the kids go to bed. So they usually go to bed at around 7. And then, like I said, we usually go like 9 to 9:30. So 7 p.m., they're in bed. Maybe my husband and I want to watch a show, but before we do that, we just take 10 minutes to clean up the whole area, put their toys away, put the dishes away, start the dishwasher, and go. Then it's so easy, because then you can actually have time if you want to spend quality time with your spouse without looking around the house and thinking, oh, this is crazy and messy. If you can just simply have the things picked up, this will help. Okay, guys, well, that's it. I hope that these tips were helpful. And if they were, I hope that you give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe below and join the fam. I post weekly here all about mom life and productivity as a twin mom. And I look forward to seeing you in my next videos. Have a great day. Bye.